All right, y'all. This is your girl, the Philly Bruja. Hey, y'all. Hey, coming with you guys this afternoon for a late coffee and chat. And yes, I am still sipping on my coffee from earlier this morning. Yes. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to just touch on this briefly because it always hurts my heart when I see another young person has lost their battle, and it isn't a battle with depression. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. And I feel like I've made one too many videos on this just in the year of 2022 alone. Um, so many people are losing the battle with depression. Let me know if my mic sounds right. Check one, check two. We gonna get into this, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Shout out to Candy, man. That was a pretty intense live. Pretty intense. I have no commentary on that whole situation, really. It basically was all covered. I want to refocus this on depression, and as we know, September. If you don't know, now you do. If you don't know, now you know, nigga. Is September is National Suicide Awareness Month. I've shared with you guys on several occasions, about my own uh, depression and suicide. I've shared that with you guys multiple times. Just seeing this earlier on my timeline, it kind of it made me sad because a lot of people are, you know, losing their battle with depression. I want to talk about that for a minute. I also want to talk about the life of Raven Jackson as well. Um, just another young, beautiful soul. I don't like to say gone too soon because it would be pretty presumptuous of me to say what is too soon, right? So let's get into it. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. I think everything is cool now. My Wi-Fi is stable. I don't know what was going on with that. What's going on, Dad? Hey XL. Hey bro. Hey Lady Lab. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a chance to send out the notifications. We're gonna get into this just really quickly. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. I just wanted to touch on this, the depression thing. You know what I mean? And so many souls. Let me know. Can you hear me? Do I sound good? Is my mic good? Just okay, good. Thank you. Um, I just want to touch on this briefly. So many souls are losing their battle with depression, and it really hits home for me because I've shared my my own personal battles with depression and suicide and things of that nature in previous videos. Um, yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad. I just went ahead and restarted the whole damn thing. So, hopefully it works out. I'm gonna give it a second so notifications can be sent out. Um, feel free to like, share if you want to. If not, that's okay too. Um, it just breaks my heart that so many people, not just young people, are losing this battle, you know. So, give me 2 minutes. And I'm gonna let these notifications go out, okay? All right. Whew. Okay, y'all. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let me pull it together a little bit. Again, like I said, it always hurts me when I see another person has lost the battle against depression. We're gonna get into this just really quickly and talk about who Raven was. And like I said, I've shared with you all my own battle with it. Um, have I won it? For now, you know. Depression is kind of like addiction. It's a day by day thing, you know. I can tell you that today I'm okay. Tomorrow, hmm, let's get into it.
They call me the oracle. I'm about to make this historical. These questions you ask me rhetorical. Like who do I be? I am the queen. I'm supreme. You didn't know? What do you mean? They call me the oracle. I'm about to make this historical. These questions you ask me rhetorical. Like who do I be?
First and foremost, I want to say, hey, gated community. Ow, hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Woo, Candy Live was intense, right? Yeah. Ooh. Mm. And shout out to Dat. Shout out to XO Layla. Third World Home Wrecker, aka Third World Colombian. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Okay. Who was Raven? G5. Raven was a young lady entrepreneur, motivational speaker. She had over 250K Instagram followers. She's a fitness model. Did I say motivational speaker? Yes. Um, she was connected to a rapper, 600 Breezy. Hey, you guys, I don't know anything about, the rapper dude, okay? But I don't want to make it about him because it's not about him, it's about her. And baby girl decided to end her struggle. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Baby girl decided to end her struggle with depression. Apparently, it was well documented um, that she was suffering quite some time and dealing with depression and those thoughts. And they say things like pay attention to the signs and things of that nature of someone who could be, suicidal or things of that case. I can tell you from my experience, one thing I'll say this: you ever notice how when people decide to end their struggle with depression, you get all the family and the friends that comes out and say things like he or she was so happy, there was no signs, there's nothing to indicate they made plans, they got things coming up, and then boom, right? I mean, if you look at my description, I did put in some signs and things of that nature, but I'm going to tell you this from experience. If a person is thinking about something like that, you're usually not going to get any sign, okay? Because it's a sickness. Depression is a sickness just like anything else. Like I say, I'd like to me, it puts me in the mind of, addiction. It's a struggle, which is why I am certainly a mental health advocate, okay? And I wish that everyone could just get it for free. Good mental health for free. It is clear that a lot of these motherfuckers, especially around on these goddamn YouTube streets and in real life, um, need that shit, okay? I've talked about my own struggles. I talked about the intensive therapy that I was in, okay, to deal with it. So, as far as myself, I don't hold real estate on Depression Lane, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't even have I don't even visit a Airbnb on Depression Lane, I might drive by it and park just a little bit and then, keep it pushing. But I'm saying it from today's my point of view and my thoughts today. Just like an addict, I can't promise you then I'm gonna be clean tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I can try, put my best foot forward, and take it one day at a time. That's how it is with depression. And a lot of people um, are choosing to end that battle with it. You know, they are losing the battle. She's a beautiful young lady. Again, like I said, she was a fitness model. She was an inspiration for a lot of people as far as getting healthy, getting in shape. And she was a motivational speaker. Check on your friends who seem to be happy and healthy and smiling, because usually the healers need healing too. Okay? The healers need healing too. From what I'm looking at here on the reports that was on TMZ, one of her last messages was saying, "I'm just tired." Um, she was dealing with these thoughts um, even before she met her boyfriend, the 600 Breezy dude. I don't want to make this about him. I don't have any clue of his music or anything like that, because she was much more than just an attachment to, that young man. Um, it's sad. She was somebody's child. And like I said, everything you see, especially on social media, is not what it appears. You understand? Who heals the healers? I remember I said that to my own therapist, because one day we were having a session and that shit just turned into me being her her therapist, and she was the patient, the client. And I told her, I said, you know, healers need healing too, right? You know that, right? Healers need healing too. And she stopped and she said, damn, like, you're right. Yes. Self-care is very important. No is a complete word. Um, and it is okay. It is okay to step back and take some time for yourself. Be selfish. And I just can't stress enough, you guys. Therapy works. I would suggest that you don't use YouTube and social media as your therapy, as your therapist, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, motherfuckers don't care. And they're looking at it as entertainment. I've seen this way too much on the YouTube streets, where mental health is used as entertainment, okay? And it's not. You got these folks choosing death, over life. Anyone that is struggling with it, or struggling with depression in general, I want to tell you that you are loved. The world is a better place with you in it. And also, don't listen to those voices. Don't listen to those thoughts. They're liars. Um, it'll tell you things like, the world is a better place without you. You could just end it all. You're better off, unalive. It'll say things like that to you, because it is a sickness. Depression is real. And I think it was even more like, it just hit people even more when the pandemic and stuff like that came. Because even if the folks are not choosing to unalive themselves, they're lashing out in other ways. It's a continuous circle of chaos. Shit. Hey, so we could talk later. I don't know. Maybe I missed something yesterday. Um, yeah, I wanted to get into this because I found this and I made this just so you can get an idea of who Raven Jackson was. A beautiful, beautiful young woman. She seemed very intelligent and bright and motivational speaker, and she smiled and she put that face on, and she was in pain behind the smile. Okay. Check on your friends who seem to be okay. Those are the ones you need to watch out for, okay? Not the ones on here yelling and screaming about they gonna kill themselves, okay? You give them a little looky look, but you check on the motherfuckers who ain't saying nothing, who's smiling, okay? Because those are the ones who are unfortunately probably struggling. Sorry, finding it hard to find my words. Hold on. Hopefully, I can share this and you can hear it, okay? Let's see what we got here. I gotta take that banner down. Such a beautiful young lady. She's so, I mean, it's just, it's sad. Such a beautiful young lady. I'm gonna play this real quick and I'm gonna let y'all go. Just know that you are loved. The world is a better place because you're in it. Please try not to choose permanent solutions to temporary problems. Also, it is okay to get professional help. You hear me? It is okay. There's no shame in that. I know as a community, black community, at one point it was very, it was looked down on. I know when I chose to do therapy, and I'm talking about intensive, okay, like go away, because that's how bad it became. Because I was, like I told you, I was raised to be this quote unquote strong black woman. Well, being this strong black woman almost killed me. Like I said, I remember being at my mom's funeral and people hugging me, giving me condolences. It's very foggy. And I just remember that, like saying, oh, be strong for your family, be strong for your younger siblings. And I remember coming home because, after the funeral and stuff like that, things are silent. The visitors stop coming by. And you're there with yourself. And I remember breaking down and I was thinking, like, who's going to be strong for me? You know what I mean? Who can I lean on? That was a thought. So I held it all in. I held it in. I held all that pain in, all that emotional distress I was going through at that particular point in my life. And yeah, I cracked. Cracked right on up. And I chose to, and I'm only laughing now because I've healed and worked past that. But I'm just sharing this with you guys to tell you that mental health is very serious. Okay. And being surrounded and in a state of confusion is also this shit is not healthy. No one is step away. Okay. And don't believe everything that you see on social media, even in your real life. If you got that little feeling in your heart to check on somebody, do that. I got a girlfriend right now posting on IG, right? And I'm looking at the post versus what I know what the fuck is going on. So I'm checking on her, making sure she's okay. Because I know her in real life. So I'm looking at these happy photos, these snapshots with these positive things, and I'm like, girl, baby, it's a whole completely different story off. And I'm not. I'm guilty of that too. I ain't gonna fucking hold you. I'm guilty of that too at times. So I'm calling and I'm checking on her. Okay, call and check on your seem to be healthy friends. So we're gonna listen to this real quick. What a positive light she was, and I hope that this young lady Raven can be remembered in that positive light. She lost her battle with depression, but hopefully it'll save somebody else. Hold on.
So I just wanted to drop some positivity on your timeline today because I know with everything going on in the world, it's just hard to remain positive. There's so much low vibrational energy being thrown in our direction, especially as Black people constantly getting on these apps, seeing our people being killed, seeing our people being arrested. It's just hard. It's hard to smile sometimes. So I just want to say, stay positive, keep fighting. Remember that we all have a common goal. Remember that if we don't fight, we won't get to the goal. So we got to keep fighting. We got to keep marching. We got to keep using our voices and challenging others to use their voice too. So I just wanted to say that I love y'all and keep being loved. Do everything out of love and do everything with God first. Like, we got to stick together on this. I love y'all. Good morning.
Whew. May this young lady Raven Jackson rest in peace. I hope she found some peace. I have spoken on this before. I don't know what happens when you decide to end your own life contract. I don't know. In my own spiritual experiences, I haven't come across anyone, any spirit, uh, under those particular circumstances when I've had experiences with the other side. So I don't know. But what I do know is that as a collective, check on your friends who appear, your friends and family who appear to be happy and smiling and so motivational, and cheerleading you on. Check on them, man. This shit is serious. People are choosing to unalive themselves over the pain. And it's pain, y'all. It's pain. Depression is pain. It'll hurt you physically as well. It's not just mental, it's physical. And just know that the voices and the feelings and the thoughts are just that. And it's a liar. Hey, Whitehead. Nice to see you. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and head on out. That's all. This was just a quick coffee and chat, late coffee and chat. I don't know when I'm coming back on. But thank you for spending this couple minutes here with me, okay? Y'all be safe out there in them YouTube streets, okay? And just remember, mental health is not should be used. I mean, if you clearly see a motherfucker, is something wrong, man. I don't know. It shouldn't be used as entertainment. It's not. Peace.
I don't like you. I don't like your energy. Stay away, demon.